Yahweh, the God of the Old Testament. Now, it's my theory. I sometimes like green too. So. But here's the thing. He was there meeting people's needs. See, like, he was known as a blacksmith, deserts, storm god. Again, it's an example of people learning of each other, or when they say these different Middle Eastern tribes, what if they're the same people? Well, there is only one human race, and we all learn off each other. Sorry, I got that circle thing, that 0 degrees that's come up. Often is the case, but it's sticking out to me. Okay. So, how did he fit in my life? Well, I like to give people chances. I'm just people that, so I used to think like when someone when someone's being mean and horrible, you had to be Christ-like and share the love with them and stuff, but that'll get you walked on and shredded upon in this world. But if someone is being mean and horrible, just like that they're talking behind your back, you got that feeling, you've overheard a couple of people, maybe, that's ultra confirmation. But my instincts are usually correct when it comes to that stuff. There has been times where I assumed the worst, but I was wrong, because I just assumed that certain woman didn't like me because I had a couple of conversations with them, and just, it's not that they did anything wrong, it's just that how I perceived it was rejection, because that's my safeguard. Because if I go in with this optimism that it's going to be successful, that's good, but you also have to have that other 50% of, it's like, how do I put it? I expect to be rejected, but I go in optimistically with the hope that they might not, And then for me, that's been the most healthiest thing, especially with autism and ADHD. I've been unmedicated my whole life, so as you can guys tell, I'm not severe. But it explains why I've always loved coffee and tea and this is water. So, it'll be like, hey, there's a chance, so go over and have a chat. And if you just end up having a friendly conversation, which is how it always happens, meaning that you might not see that person for another month or so, and it's just like that, then, nothing bad happened, And the thing is nothing bad happened, and if you go in with this realistic thing of, okay, well, my life experience says that the high majority either don't like me or they do like me, but because of the whole social hierarchy thing, whether it's true or not, people don't want to be seen with you or don't want to be acquainted with you, because whether you are boring or whether you are uninteresting or dumb or inferior, which you're not. You're not inferior. Everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses, and even if you got a intellectual disability, which I don't have, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not like an I'm not like an expert. Autism comes in at all levels, I believe. There's this whole thing of autism being a diagnosis of extremes, extremely smart or extremely dumb. But for me, I'm in the middle, and this is why I say I'm in the middle, because there's always been like, when I was at school, there was always like maths, languages, and performing arts. So maths, languages, performing arts, I was getting excellences in all the time. But when it came to, science, when it came to technology, no matter how hard I tried, I failed. I couldn't get in a pass. I don't remember ever getting a pass. Maybe I have forgotten passing. That maybe I did one time or something, but I don't remember it. I remember failing a number of times when it came to those things. And, no, maths I got a merit. Because not achieved at the bottom. This is when I was at school. I'm saying this because it may have changed. I don't have any kids. And I've been no contact from my family for 5 years. So, yeah, I see kids around and all that, and people have their kids here. But I respect their privacy, and there has been times when I say, hi, how's it going? But I haven't thought to ask about, hey, what's the school grading system? This is all part of my experience of Yahweh. I'm going to bring it in. It's not like that, it's, yeah. I see other people around here got people with high school age kids and stuff, and that come around and visit them because I don't know, do they come around and visit? Because, there's like these people that, I don't see for ages, and so maybe they come in here and they don't, and they look like teenagers, and they just come in here, and they always go to the same places, so my presumption is that some sort of relative of theirs. Because the places they go to are like people my age and people older. And they talk to them like they're aunties or uncles or older brothers or something like that, maybe even parents. There's these girls that come visit the next door neighbour, and they're like, that's obvious because the other ones, they're about my age or about 5 years younger, and say, hey mum. So that's a good giveaway. Yeah, so not achieved, merit excellence. I got excellence in performing arts, and I got excellence in learning languages. And I got merit in maths, I got achieved at English, and everything else I failed. So not fitting in, not this and that, pressure. And so it was a mixture of things, it was a mixture of things there was like, how do I put it, love, but it was like love of how a child would appreciate the fact that a parent acknowledges their existence, but the parent expects them to be exactly who they are, or to be as close to them as possible, as in like following their every single deed, following their following their every single letter, because they've already planned out what the child is going to be. Now, but this guy is a spirit, right? So you're not answering to a physical human being. I mean, like, yeah, you can answer to leaders, but they have to also go along with the same rules, the same standards. If they don't, then the big God says, actually, no, they're out of line,